everything happens in South Florida. And we're no strangers to national champions. We've had the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Heat, the Miami Marlins, UM Hurricanes. What you may not know is we could be looking at a national champion right here, a thatch palm surrounded by a strangler fig. South Florida pioneers such as John C. Lang, Robert Montgomery, Dr. David Fairchild, Floyd and Jane Ray, and many more anonymous flora founders collected countless, sometimes exotic, plants and trees since the early 1900s, some of which survive to this day in botanical gardens. And just like athletes, if these trees score enough points, they can be declared state and/or national champions. What is a Florida champion tree?
Florida champion tree? First of all, it's a tree that's in the Florida Champion Tree Program that's monitored by the Florida Forest Service. And basically what a Florida Champion tree is, it's the largest tree of its kind in Florida. Okay. There's also the National Champion Tree Program, which is run by American Forest. We also do the measurements for the national program. And basically a national champion is the largest tree of its kind in the US. Okay, well, it's based on 3 different types of measurements. One is the trunk of a tree, and also you take into account the height of the tree and the crown of the tree. And it's on a point system. So basically what we do is for every inch in circumference of the trunk, you get a point. For every foot of height of the tree, you get a point. And then for every 4 feet of average crown, you get a point. So you add those 3 points together and that gives you the total amount of points. And with the Champion Tree Program, we're not comparing, one big tree over another big tree. We're actually comparing the biggest of its kind.
We drive by them every day, like this Pacific almond or limba tree, the tallest at Flamingo Gardens in Davie, which was hit by lightning and lived.
This is the tallest tree in the park and maybe one of the tallest trees in South Florida. Especially Broward County. Apparently, as you can see here, the tree's in great condition. Apparently the lightning bounced off the tree and hit a couple other trees next to it. And from my understanding, all trees survived.
Nature can be tough on trees, but so can mankind. Florida's biggest bald cypress tree survived hurricanes, but
it burnt down. A woman was doing drugs at the base of the tree. And apparently she was using a lighter and somehow an amber or a spark hit the duff, which is basically vegetation layer at the base of the tree, and it caught the tree on fire. Drugs kill more than people, they also can kill trees.
When trees get in the way, we like to move them around, which sometimes is or isn't such a bad thing. This century-old rain tree is in the heart of Fort Lauderdale. It's about 80 feet high with a canopy that's about 125 feet across. A developer planned to spend an estimated $1 million to move this tree a couple of blocks away to build a $150 million 33-story apartment tower. Conservationists were upset, naturally, partly because they felt moving the tree would kill it. A West Indian mahogany tree once grew on the site of what is now the Victoriana building on East Broward Boulevard. It was moved, and it grew into a Florida champion, the largest of its kind in the state, preserved within the complex. This is what's left of what is believed to be the oldest living Melaleuca tree in all of Florida. It was planted in Davie by pioneer John C. Lang about the year 1900. It has survived lightning strikes, vandalism, and the scorn of conservationists who regard this non-native species as a nuisance that should be eliminated.
It's unfortunate that people deface Mother Nature, especially a tree that everyone is looking at daily. I mean, this is the botanical gardens, and it's survived every hurricane. It's survived every, even people defacing it. So it will survive, but we got to take care of these cowboys. We're guardians of this world and Mother Earth, and we need to respect it more.
So Florida has a lot of national champions in sports, but where do we rank in the nation for national champion trees?
Believe it or not, Florida ranks #1 in the amount of national champion trees. And believe it or not, out of those national champions that are in Florida, over 50% of them occur right down here in South Florida.
With another chapter of South Florida's dubious history, I'm Wayne Roustan for the Sun Sentinel.